What's up, everybody? We're back with the Red River Valley iRacing League. We got the Core Super Late models heading out on the track tonight. Sadly, we missed the HRH Motorsports Dirt Street Stock Series. They were happened just prior to this, but sadly, my schedule did not allow me to be here in time to stream that one. But we're here in time for the Super Late models. Hopefully everyone had a great Thanksgiving. I'm glad to be back from vacation so I could stream this for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Make sure you hit those reactions on the stream. That way you let these drivers know you appreciate their skills and their talents that they're trying to show off to you guys here. We got a lot of drivers out here on Lernerville. As you see, Big Bacon slides off top of turn number 3 there. We got another 3 minutes left to practice, and we're going to move on to heat race number 1. We're at the Lernerville Speedway tonight. Another 3/8 mile dirt track. Gonna be a little bit different temperature since I'm trying to base it off of what it might be in real life, but got about 64% humidity tonight with the 78 degrees air temp. It's gonna be a little bit interesting. Track's not gonna dry off as quickly as it did last week, but time will tell, and we'll see what these drivers can do. They've been tearing this track up for the last 27 minutes, so it's gonna be a little slick. Granted, we got Lightspeed John Deere tractors that can take care of the track here as time goes on, but we'll see how much it actually does. Again, welcome to the stream, y'all. I am very happy to be back. Thankfully, I am back finally. We'll get to do a little bit of racing action tonight with the Supers. Then tomorrow night, again, we got the Twisted 360s coming right back to Lernerville Speedway. Round 4 of 13 for the Red River Valley iRacing League, season number 1. Definitely excited to see what these guys got in the tank, see what they got to show off for their talents here. It's going to be a little interesting. Right now, quick time on the track is held by Robert Satterfield. Runner-up finish would have been last week at Lima, or not last week, the week prior to that at Lima Land. Right now, he's holding a quick time with a 14.84. Right behind him, though, is Casey Big Bacon. Ooh, looks like Dalton Hayden's having a little bit of an issue there, front stretch. But Casey's right behind him, back 2/100ths of a second with a 14.86. Appreciate it, Bacon. I'm glad to be back, my man. What up, Dalton? How we doing tonight, y'all? Welcome, chat. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming out and spending some of your Friday night with us, wherever you might be. Hell, it might even be Saturday morning where you are. We're still glad to have you around and watching the stream with us. Welcome, welcome. We'll see what these guys can do. These guys have put on a hell of a show every single week so far. They just keep raising that bar higher and higher and higher and higher. We'll see if they can keep it up as time rolls on here. But Lernerville is a little bit of a different track. As you can see, there is no wall around this entire track except for the front stretch. Turns 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 both have no wall. So if they get too high, guess what? They're going for a ride, son. They're going to go right off that top lip and go sliding down the side of the hill. So might see a little bit of interesting action. Some guys are going to try and keep that car under control when they lose it off the back stretch there, try to come back onto the track. That should make for an interesting situation for some of these drivers. Hopefully they can all keep their cars under control. Well, we got 14 cars for tonight's race. Some people had stuff to do in their own personal lives, but we completely understand that here at the Red River Valley iRacing League. It's all part of it. Let's get the show going. We got, well, should be moving on to heat race number 1 here in just a second. As I say it, there it is. We got heat race action coming up next. Heat race number 1 is going to line up just like this. Starting on pole, going to be Robert Satterfield in the 55 car. Outside of him, Dalton Hayden, 989. Caleb Mr. Sandit Durgan starting third in that 17 car. Outside of him, BJ Sheldon, a new one to the league. This is his first week with us in that 72 car. Starting 5th, Jonathan Lee, another fast time holder in practice. He was sitting 3rd right behind Big Bacon in that 3 car. Outside of him is going to be Bob Klein in the 8th. Ryan LePage is going to round out the 7 car field in that 12 car. Let's see what these boys can do. As they got, I believe it's 10 laps around this, or 8 laps around this track. Everyone will transfer tonight. Like I said, some guys were not able to make the race tonight, so these guys are going to benefit from it. We'll see what these guys can do for you guys. Hopefully they put on one hell of a show. I'm ready. I hope you guys are. It's gonna be interesting. This is the first time for our season that we have hit the Lernerville Speedway with the Red River Valley iRacing League. We had a couple of recruitment races here a while back. Got old Caleb Durgan trying to get those tires, I guess, gripped up a little bit more. Either way, next time by, we're going to go green flag racing. Caution lights out on the pace truck. Pace truck's going to pull off off of turn number 3 next time by. Your leader, Robert Satterfield, going to be looking for the green fabric to fly in the round 4 of 13 for the Red River Valley iRacing League in the Core Egg Super Late Models. Like I said, Robert has come runner-up, so close to having that win. Let's see if he can pull it off tonight as he's starting on pole. Heat race number 1. On that go pedal, we're back. Green flag racing in the Car X Super Late Models into turn number 1. Robert throws it down low. Dalton Hayden way up high in the 989. Robert able to hold on to the lead, but Mr. Sandit Caleb Durgan, the 17 car, takes away that second spot. Dalton Hayden battling for that 3rd spot right now. Inside of him, he gets into the wall. Is he able to hold on to it? No, he flies off the track. Tough go of it there. We'll hop back up to the action here. Caleb Durgan is going to be under attack by Jonathan Lee in the 55 car. I believe it's a 55 car. Yep, it is. Jonathan's trying to find a way to get around that 17 machine. Right behind him, BJ Sheldon in the 72 car. And Bob Klein looking to try and take that spot away from him in the 7 car. Down low. BJ way up high, gets a little bit loose coming out of the turn, side by side down the front stretch. Bob Klein able to take that spot away from BJ. He's going to fall back behind Ryan LePage as well now. This time by halfway, 5 laps down, 4 to go. Durgan throws it down to the bottom, does not have enough go-go juice to get by him that time. He's doing everything he can. Left front tire way off the ground coming out of turn number 4, but he loses some time there down to the bottom side of the track. But now he's got to battle the inside. Jonathan Lee in that 55 car looking to steal that 2nd place spot away from Mr. Sandit. Durgan gets a decent run that time, able to hold on to that 2nd spot. Getting a little slick out there. Oh, looks like Caleb had a little bit of a blinking incident there. Able to keep it under control. Down to the bottom this time, though. Jonathan Lee, slide job up in front of Durgan. White flag out. Jonathan Lee now takes that second spot away. Durgan falls back to third, looking to try and steal that spot away from him, but your leader still Robert Satterfield. Gonna be coming to the line this time. Checkered flag in the air. Heat race number 1 is gonna finish out. Robert Satterfield, your winner. Jonathan Lee comes home second. Caleb Durgan third. Bob Klein fourth. Ryan LePage fifth. BJ Sheldon sixth. And Dalton Hayden rounding out the 7-car field. Like I said, everyone will move on to the A main event. Do not have a full field tonight, but that's all right. Either way, we got heat race number 2 coming up next. Starting on pole, another one out of Phantom Motorsports, Chris Sabaska in the 21 car. Outside of him is going to be Shane Yates in the 111. Shane had some real good momentum going into Limeland with a back-to-back winner in the super late models. We'll see if he has anything for these guys tonight. Had a rough go of it at Limeland, round number 3. We'll see if he can hold on to it tonight. Alex Stradinger in the 54 car going to be starting third. Outside of him, the Big Bacon in that 27 car, Casey Sage. Starting fifth, Hunter McCoy in the 22. Outside of him is going to be Robert Charette in the 64 car. And then rounding out the 7-car field is Steven Fernberg in the 029. 8 laps of distance. We're going to move on to heat race number 2. Hopefully you guys are ready to rock and roll. Again, we want to say thank you to everyone that is stuck around with us here. I do apologize that I did not make it home in time for the HRH Motorsports Dirt Street Stock Series. I really wish I could have, but sadly, the universe just didn't want to allow it tonight. But at least we're able to get back in time for the super late models here at Lernerville Speedway. We'll get these guys lined up here. We're looking at your leader, Chris Sabaski, in that 21 car out of Phantom Motorsports. Outside of him is going to be Shane Yates. We'll see if Shane can make that high line work. We saw 3 and 4. Jonathan Lee was able to get a decent enough run coming on the bottom there, able to steal that second spot away from Caleb Durgan in heat race number 1. Let's see what these guys can do. It's going to be interesting. Next time by, the pace truck's going to pull off at turn number 3. We're going to go green flag racing as the caution lights will go out this time. We'll see how these guys can handle it with new walls surrounding the track. It's going to be interesting. And for those of you that do not have iRacing, if you really want to do it, we got a new dirt track coming out in the next build. It's Cedar Lake Speedway over in Wisconsin. Badass track, fast, and again, no wall. So it's going to be interesting to see some of these guys coming in it. And next season, we got the big block modifieds. Either way, we're going green flag racing. Green flag in the air on that go pedal. Chris Sabaski in the 21 car. 3 wide battle for the lead already in the 54. Looks like Alex Strodinger falls back to third side by side with Casey Big Bacon in that 27 car. Casey up high. Chris Sabaski still able to hold on to the lead as Shane Yates outside of him. Shane gets the run. Takes that top spot away coming to the line that time. Shane drops it down into the bottom block. Sabaski down in the 21 car. Able to hold on to it though. Shane Yates, your new leader. Bacon looking to try and steal that second spot away from Chris Sabaski, but coming behind him and Hunter McCoy in that 22 car, making that high line work. We'll see if Bacon slides up in front of Hunter McCoy. Hunter says, nuh-uh, not this time. Pulls by on the outside. Is he going to be able to hold on to that run and try and get around him coming down to onto the front stretch here? Side by side. This time, Hunter McCoy steals that third spot away from Big Bacon. Bacon's trying to make that low line work. It's just getting a little bit slick out there for these boys. Alex Stradinger and Robert Charette battling out for 5th spot right now. It looks like Steven Fernberg was late to the call. That's a tough go of it. Either way, we'll hop back up, check out our leader, Shane Yates, still in command of this race. This time by, they're going to have 3 laps to go in this 8-lap heat race event. But looky here, Chris Sabaski trying to hold on to that second place spot down on the bottom, but he's got a battle coming up from the outside. Hunter McCoy in the 22 car, making that high line work like no one's business. Hunter gets one hell of a run off the top of turn number 4, able to take that spot away at the line this time. Chris Sabaski is still down on the bottom, trying to hold on to that spot. Gonna have to surrender it though, just not enough grip there. Sebastian throws it back up to the top. White flag in the air for your leader, Shane Yates, that 111 car. These guys are gonna have an interesting go, I have a feeling, in the feature. Shane Yates, though, takes the lead on lap number 1, is going to come across and take the checkered flag in heat race number 2. Hunter McCoy going to come home second, Chris Sebastian third, Alex Stradinger fourth, Robert Charette fifth, and Casey Big Bacon falls back to sixth. Steven Fernberg going to fall back to seventh. Rough go of it for some of the drivers in heat race number 2, but we're going to move on to our warm-up, which also means we are going to play our national anthem. So for those of you that want to stand, please do so. Remove your hats as we listen to old Trace Atkins sing one of the greatest songs there is.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you again to Big Bacon for getting that recorded for us for each and every single one of our races. I really can't say I appreciate it near enough. Big Bacon, without him, a lot of this wouldn't happen, along with C. Ricky Bobby Imbus, Chris Imbus, who is our race control. Without these guys, this just would not be possible. I want to thank you guys so very much from the bottom of my heart for helping out with this. You guys have made this more than a success than I could ever imagine. So, definitely looking forward to this. Hopefully you guys are too. Glad to have you on the ride with us here. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be wild. It's going to get dirty. We got the Coreg Super Late Models from the Lernerville Speedway. Coming up next, we only got another 2 minutes of warm-up for them to tear up the track a little bit here. Then we're going to get moving on to our feature event tonight. These guys have done an amazing job each and every single week so far. Let's see if they can keep the streak going here. It's going to be interesting. As of right now, Hunter McCoy in the 22 car are able to hold on to the top spot with a 14.81 in the warm-up session. Jonathan Lee right behind him, though, only at 1/100th of a second off the 14.89. Ryan LePage in third with a 14.93, and behind him, Robert Satterfield with a 14.97, and then Bob Klein in the 70 car going to be coming home fifth right now in warm-ups with a 14.99. Actually tied with Alex Stradinger in the 54. These guys have got some competition in here tonight. A lot of these guys don't mess around. They do this each and every single night in multiple different situations. Cannot say how happy I am to have each and every one of them here. I love being able to put on display their talents as they race it around this virtual dirt track. Best thing some of these guys got, especially now, especially up here in the northern areas where everything's getting a little bit too cold to race dirt track, and eventually the snow's going to fly up here as well. We won't be able to do nothing. So, in the time being, we got the Red River Valley iRacing League to try and fill that gap. Again, tomorrow night, we've going to be 9 Eastern is going to be the Twisted 360 Sprint Cars right here at the Lernerville Speedway. Thanks again to our sponsor, Twisted Motorsports, for coming on board for this season for the Sprint Car Series. Cannot thank them enough. We got another 10 seconds left to practice or warm-up session here, and then we're going to get lined up for a main feature event. Hopefully you guys are ready to rock and roll, because it's going to get wild, it's going to get crazy, it's going to get dirty. As Bacon would say, it's going to sizzle. Is everyone ready for the sizzle? I know I am. I was gone for almost 2 weeks. I'm ready to get back to just some dirt track racing. Hopefully you guys are too. I'm really excited for this. I know these guys are excited to get back racing here as well. All right. This is the way they are going to line up for your feature event. Starting on pole is going to be Robert Satterfield in that 55 car. Outside of him, Shane Yates in the 111. Starting third, Jonathan Lee in that 55 car. Outside of him, going to be Hunter McCoy in the 22. Starting fifth, Caleb Mr. Send It Durgan in the 17 car. Outside of him, Chris Sabasque in the 21. Bob Klein going to be starting 7th in the 7 car. Austin Strawdinger in the 54 going to be starting 8th. Ryan LePage going to be starting 9th in that 12 car. Outside of him, Robert Shred going to be starting 10th. BJ Sheldon, again, he's a newcomer to our league. He's ready to rock and roll. Starting 11th tonight in the feature event. Outside of him, the Big Bacon, Casey Savage in that 27 car. Rounding out your 14 car field, starting 13th is Dalton Hayden in the 989. And Steven Fernberg going to be starting 14th in the 029 car. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your A main feature event. "30 laps of distance for these super late models. This time by, caution lights are going to go out on the pace truck. We're going to go green flag racing for the Red River Valley iRacing League Coreg Super Late Models. As Larry McReynolds would say, reach up and pull those belts tight one more time. We're going green flag racing, baby. Robert Satterfield going to be looking for the green fabric to fly for the feature event for round number 413, right at the Lernerville Speedway. And here we go. On that go pedal, Robert Satterfield jumps out to the lead, drops it back down to the bottom. Shane Yates up on the high line. 55 car to Jonathan Lee, able to hold on to that third spot as of right now, but he's got a battle from behind. Caleb Durgan in the 17 car throws it up high. Oh, we got Chris Sabasque falling off the track off of turn number 3 and 4. Looks like he's able to keep it rocking on rolling. We're going to stay green here. Battle coming from Jonathan Lee right behind Shane Yates in the 111 car. That 55 looking low. Is he going to be able to take that spot away from Shane? Not this time. Not enough go-go juice coming around. Caleb Durgan able to hold on to that 4th spot right behind him. Alex Strading in the 54 car. Bob Klein in the 7th. And looky here, we got Ryan LePage and Big Bacon fighting side by side going to the back stretch. These guys are doing everything they can to advance their position. Casey takes that 7th spot away from Ryan LePage. Kind of gets tight going into turn number 1 and 2. They're able to keep it under control, though. Holds on to that 7th spot. Back up front, Shane Yates all over the back door. Your leader, Robert Satterfield in the 55 car. Right behind him, though, is Jonathan Lee in the other 55 car. Who's going to have the mistake? Is it going to be Satterfield? Is it going to be Yates? Is it going to be Lee? Durgan's hunting right around in 4th spot, right behind Jonathan Lee there, looking for his opportunity to strike 6 laps down. Next time by, we're going to have lap number 7 underway. Everyone's pretty much falling into single file around the track here. Everyone's running that high line. That's the fast line around this track as of right now. Oh, Shane Yates gets loose, falls off the top of turn number 3. The commentator's jinx got him that time. Shane Yates falls way back, gets back on the track. We got a caution flag out. Oh, we got one flipping over and over and over. It looks like Dalton Hayden there in the 989. Let's hop back and take a peek at what happened here. Dalton Hayden gets into the loose stuff, comes up, smacks the wall, comes down on Fernberg. Both of them kind of get into each other. Dalton goes for one hell of a barrel roll, lands on all 4 though, able to keep it rolling. He'll be able to get back into the pits, get that car fixed back up. What a wild ride for these two guys. Shane Yates had a tough go of it there, falling off at the top of turn number 3. Oofta, oofta, oofta. That changes things up a little bit. That moves Jonathan Lee up into the 2nd spot now, right behind the other 55 car, Robert Satterfield. Oh, Caleb Durgan hunting around right there in 3rd spot in that 17 car. You definitely can't miss that car as it flies around the track. Half the time it's only on 3 wheels. We'll see what these guys can do. We'll get them lined back up here. Rough go of it for Dalton Hayden in the 989 and Steven Fernberg in the 029. Hopefully they can get those cars back rolling and get into the pits, get their car fixed up, and get back out onto the track. Caution lights out on the pace truck. We're going too wide. Coming to the green next time for Robert Satterfield, your leader in the 55 car. Outside him, Jonathan Lee in 3rd. Caleb Durgan. Outside him, Bob Klein in the 7 car. Big Bacon in 5th. Outside him, going to be Alex Stradinger in the 54 car, your top 6. Robert on that go pedal. Back green flag racing. Robert gets a hell of a jump on that off turn number 4 that time. Jonathan Lee. Yellow. And we got another wreck, it looks like, right up front. Who was it? Looks like Bob Klein might have gotten involved in something here. Let's take a peek. Let's take and back this up just a little bit here. Looks like Bacon slid up in front of Klein. Klein checked up, and there was just nowhere for Stradinger and BJ Sheldon to go. We'll see what race control calls on that one. Looks like everyone kind of got a little bit choked up there. Hopefully we can get them lined back up here, get them back under green flag conditions. Gotta wait for the pace truck to come back around. Still your leader gonna be Robert Satterfield, the 55 car. Out there in 2nd place, Jonathan Lee in the other 55. Caleb Durgan still hunting around in 3rd. Sitting on a podium spot right now. We'll see if he can hold on to it. Earlier in practice, old Caleb found that he can't quite throw it too far up in turn number 1 as he flew off turn number 1 as well. But we'll see what these guys can do. We'll get them lined back up too wide again. This time by, I believe the caution lights will go out on our pace truck. We got the Corag visor cam with our leader Robert Satterfield here. Coming out of Phantom Motorsports, and that 55 car. Lights are out on the pace truck. We're going to go green flag racing again. We'll go a lap around with our leader. See what it's like to get onto that go pedal as he's looking for the green fabric. On that go pedal, here he goes. Down the front stretch. Throws it up into the high line. Ooh, and we got another caution out on the track. What happened this time? I'm not sure exactly what happened here. Did I miss something?
What's up?
Did I miss something? What was the caution for?
They were 3 wide before the start finish line.
Okay, 10-4. Thankfully, we got Big Bacon and C. Ricky Bobby Imbus right across the radio here, able to figure out what's going on half the time when we can't catch it quite on the broadcast. Taking a pop back here. We'll go ahead and back it up just a hair bit. See exactly what happened here. Let's see. Alright, so we're with Bacon, Shane Yates here. Well, that's a race control call there. We'll go let them have the decision on that one. Looks like Dalton's missing the front end of that 989 car. This time by, I do believe that the lights are going to go out on the pace truck. Look out back of our leader, Robert Satterfield, in the 55 car. Jonathan Lee right there. Jonathan, is he going to have anything for our leader this time? It's going to be interesting. Not quite sure what we're going to see, but I know it's going to be a little bit wild. Too wide. Robert Satterfield takes that outside
green
line
flag,
this time. On that go pedal. Back green flag racing. Too wide battle. Third right now. Chris Sebastian in the 21. Caleb Durgan down low in the 17 car. Chris Sebastian gets a nice run off of the top there. Caleb slide job up in front of Chris Sebastian. The 20. Chris cuts back down underneath, able to hold on to that third spot away from Caleb Durgan. Caleb slides up again. Chris Sebastian says, not this time, sonny boy. Drives right around on the top. These guys are really doing whatever they possibly can to try and get this thing rocking and rolling here as your leader, Robert Satterfield, opens up to about a half second lead over the top of second place, Jonathan Lee. Cyclone back here. We got a two-wide battle. Looks for fifth as of right now. BJ Sheldon down low in the 72 outside of him. Shane Yates in the 111 car. Remember, he fell off the track, lost a lot of spots. He's already back up to fifth. Bob Klein trying to find a way to get around BJ Sheldon in that 72 car. Got a couple good battles going on throughout the track here. We'll hop back up to our leader here, Robert Satterfield, opening up about a 0.6 of a second gap between him and second place Jonathan Lee now. Chris Sebastian hunting around in third, trying to figure out a way to catch up to Jonathan Lee, maybe steal away that second spot, move one more spot up on the podium. Caleb Durgan's fallen back quite a ways now, about a 1.5 seconds behind third place Chris Sebastian. Shane Yates looking to try and steal that fourth spot away from Durgan. Gonna be interesting as we come this time for lap number 18. We're gonna have 13 laps to go. Durgan catches the berm a little bit there, loses a little bit of time, but Shane Yates gets loose coming out of turn number 2. Able to keep it under control though. Shane's trying his damnedest to get up there and try and steal that spot away from Caleb Durgan. Guys are trying their best, I'm telling you. Lernerville is not an easy track to get around, I promise you that. I've done it in a sprint car and it can be challenging, especially when you got more than just yourself out there. Chris Sebastian looking low this time underneath Jonathan Lee. Jonathan able to hold on to that spot, gets a run off the top, able to hold on to second off the top there on the backstretch. Chris Sebastian right in his tire track, so trying to figure out a way that he's going to be able to get around Jonathan Lee. As these guys battle, our leader is still holding on to about a 0.5 second lead over second place. Gonna have lap traffic coming up though. Bob Klein in that 7 car. What's our leader gonna do? He's gonna have to make the call. What's gonna be the best move for him? Able to hold on to that high line as of right now. Bob Klein doing whatever he can to keep on rolling to stay in front of the leaders here. Robert Satterfield tracking him down though, inch by inch. Jonathan Lee trying to sneak back up, closes that gap a little bit to 0.3 of a second, even down to 2 now. The battle for the lead is on. As we come next time by, will be 6 laps to go. Jonathan Lee still making that high line work. Chris Sebastian throws it down low in the 21 car. Not enough grip to get it underneath, take that spot away. They fall back in line, 1, 2, 3 again. These guys are doing everything they can to find any bit of grip they possibly can get. Especially Jonathan, he's that close, he can just smell that lead. Is he gonna have enough time though? It's gonna be a little bit interesting. A couple of cars have fallen off the track. We only got a couple laps to go, 4 to go this time. Time's running out for second place, Jonathan Lee and Chris Sebastian. The battle's going to be for second, I think. Will Robert Satterfield be able to get the win this week? 3 to go. Chris Sebastian throws it down to the bottom of that 21 car. Jonathan Lee able to hold on to that spot, though, as he gets a run off the top. Chris Sebastian throws it down to the bottom this time. Side-by-side battle coming to the line. Advantage going to be Jonathan. Still holds on to that second spot. 2 to go. These guys are really pushing it. Chris Sebastian falls back a little bit. Jonathan Lee runs that middle line. Is that going to help him here? Slides up in front of Chris Sebastian. Chris is going to have the run going into turn number 1. Throws it down to the bottom. White flag in the air. Chris Sebastian throws it. Slides up in front of him. Jonathan Lee has one corner side by side down the backstretch. Jonathan down low. Chris Sebastian up high. Who's going to have the advantage coming to the line? Oh, they touch. Oh, and Jonathan comes across before Chris Sebastian steals that second spot away. Holy Mother Mary. Now that was some tight racing. Holy hell. Wow. Was not quite expecting that one. But ladies and gentlemen, finally, Robert Satterfield in the 55 car able to be on that top spot. Finally, after 3 weeks, finally, lucky number 4 comes to it. He's able to steal that spot away. What a hell of a race. These guys had a couple of cautions there. We were able to get it sorted out. But by God, we were able to get it done. These guys did a hell of a job. I mean, that was just wow. Wow. Wow, y'all. That was awesome to watch. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. Wow. Wow. I was not expecting that end. That was interesting, y'all. Let's see here. We'll see if we can get our winner, Robert Satterfield, up into the booth here. Robert, my man, 3 weeks of trying, and you come home first in week number 4. How does it feel?
Feels pretty good, man. I've been trying to get a handle on these late models, like I was telling them guys a while ago. And I mean, I do okay in 360s and stuff like that, but these late models is a challenge. I'm gonna tell you.
Well, you definitely put on one hell of a show, able to keep that lead the entire race. We were thinking that Shane Yates was going to have something for you, but he had a little bit of tough go. What did you think when you saw him fly off the top of the turn number 3 there?
Well, to be honest with you, I didn't see him go off the corner. As soon as the caution come out, I slowed down and looked up, and I didn't see him back there, and I assumed that he went off the track. But man, I hate that for him. I mean, he's really fast. Had he been right behind me, I don't know. He probably would have got around me as fast as he is.
Well, you guys put on one hell of a show. It looked like Jonathan might have had something for you, but the battle between him and your teammate Chris Sebastian just didn't have enough time. You were able to take that lead away. Who you want to thank for this victory finally, my man?
Man, I want to appreciate all the guys over at Phantom Motorsports. Appreciate Velocity Race Designs for doing all our paints, and Power Outdoors for being our sponsor. Appreciate y'all guys for putting this thing on, and Big Bacon for broadcasting.
No problem, my man. We're happy to do it. We're happy to show off your guys' talents. So you guys raise the bar each and every week. Keep it up, my man. We'll likely see you again on the podium, hopefully, in the coming weeks.
Hope so, man. Appreciate it.
All right. We're going to get our second place finisher, Jonathan Lee, Coming home second in that 55 car. Walk me through those last couple laps, my man, because I honestly thought it was going to be a tight race for the lead there, and then the battle between you and Chris Sabasque. Walk me through that, my man.
Yeah, Robert's set I think was fading there, and I took it easy a little bit too long. I should have capitalized it when I caught back up to him, but didn't want to push it too much and fall off the edge of the track. Just wrong doing on my part, but not a bad outcome. And there at the end, I went down to the bottom for one turn just to see if I could make it work a little bit better because my time was about the same I was running on the bottom in practice. So I just tried something and didn't work out and went back up to the top, got a little too high. Should have been Chris in second, but outcome turned in my way.
It was definitely one hell of a battle between you two. It was definitely not a finish we were expecting, but one hell of a finish that it was. Who you?
Absolutely. That's our fuel for next race there. Jonathan, good job, though. Good job taking up front, man. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Anyone you want to thank for your second place finish tonight, my man?
I just want to thank you guys for letting me run this race. I've had a lot of fun with you guys. Can't wait till the races, till the weeks to come.
Oh, definitely. We're looking forward to seeing you hit the track each and every week. We're glad to have you. You did a hell of a job. We look forward to seeing you next week, my man.
Thank you.
All right, yo, we're gonna get our
All
third
right, let me
place
grab your
finisher.
third place finisher here.
Chris Sabasque coming home third. That was a hell of a battle at the last lap there. Walk me through as you saw second place go low. What did you think? I mean, could you believe it, or what was your thoughts, my man?
Yeah, I mean, coming down the front stretch to the white, I saw John. He decided to go low in 1 and 2, and I guess he was trying to pick Rob off. And for me, that like my eyes kind of lit up. I thought that opened the door. If I could have maintained the high side momentum there, maybe I'd have a shot at him coming to the line out of 4. But he stood on it there, and we fucking battled right to the flag. Sorry, pardon my language, but that was intense. It was a great race, great battle. I kind of lost my way early on. I got a little squirrely off the start, fell back, and had to fight my way back through the field. But a lot of stout drivers out here is always fun.
You definitely put on one hell of a show. It was exciting to watch, especially we were watching you and Jonathan Lee there duke it out, trying to steal that second spot, third spot, settling it out. Hell of a finish, though.
I appreciate that, man. And, these late models aren't particularly my thing. I spend most of my time on the sprint end of things, but with what you guys do out here, we enjoy running the league. So try to come spend some time, run with the boys, and I feel a little bit like I'm out of my element, but if I can run third, get a top 3 finish, I'm happy with that. A lot of fast drivers behind me. I think I got lucky tonight to a degree. So, yeah, happy with the result.
Absolutely. Not in your element. Oh, man. Drivers, watch out. Sebastian's getting practice in the super late models. Can't wait to see you tomorrow night in your element. And it looks like Bacon's got to strap in a little tighter here. Enjoy the show. Good job. Who do you like to thank?
Thanks, man. Just the teammates back at Phantom. We can't do it without all those guys. They make everything easy. Our primary sponsor, PowerOutdoors.net, and Velocity Race Design for cooking up the paints. You guys need anything, give us a shout.
Most
Of course,
definitely.
do have to thank you guys for putting on the league and the broadcast as well. We can't come out here and have the fun we do without you guys. So big shout.
Well, we're definitely happy to do it each and every week. You guys raise the bar that much more each and every single time. We can't thank you enough. And God, I look forward to next week because it's going to be a hell of a show. And tomorrow night's going to be just downright wild.
Absolutely. Make it sizzle. Have a good one, brother.
Absolutely. Take care, guys.
Bacon, I got to ask. You had one hell of a fight there at the end. I want to hear your thoughts there, my man.
Well, out of element. This is me way out of the element. And surprise, practice there. I set quick time. It lasted for a couple minutes, and I was second quickest. And I'm like, what? So they started getting slicker. I worked out with the teammates. They were started working on sets, try to build it there and warm up. brought it out, and it actually was working well. I had to check up for a car, and when I did, I got tagged. I went off the track, and that's what happened to me. But other than that, it was a good show. I like these things. They're really fun to run, and of course, appreciate Core Egg for sponsoring it.
More than happy to. You guys put on a hell of a show. You're getting better in these super late models. I'm waiting to see you in the podium picture as well in the upcoming races, buddy. I'm counting on you.
Absolutely. I'm going to work a little harder for next week, see if we can't put on a show.
Sounds good. All right, y'all. The way it finished out, your winner again, Robert Satterfield in the 55 car. Jonathan Lee going to come home second in the other 55. Chris Sabaske coming home third in 21. Caleb Durgan managed to hold on to fourth spot in the 17 car. Shane Yates in the 111 makes his way back up from the back of the pack, back up for a top 5 finish. Hell of a job by him as well. BJ Sheldon, new to the league this week in the 72 car, managed to hold on to a 6th spot. Big Bacon Casey Sandwich coming home 7th in the 27 car. Behind him, Bob Klein in the 7. Steven Fernberg coming home 9th. Dalton Hayden finishing 10th in the 989. Alex Straudinger in the 54 finishes 11th. Ryan LePage looks like he might have had a little bit of issue with fuel. Missed the setup. Forgot to change for my warm-up and qualifying set. Only had 5 gallons of fuel. Gee, rough go of it, my man. Well, you always got next week, buddy. Best of luck to you then. Robert McCoy going to come home 13th in 22, and Robert Charette going to round out your 14-car field for the Core Egg Super Late Models right here at the Lernerville Speedway. Again, y'all, we got sprint cars, the Twisted 360s coming up tomorrow night, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you guys tune back in for that. It's going to be wild. It's going to be fast. It's going to be a little bit crazy. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I hope you guys are too. I know these guys are going to put on a hell of a show for you. I can promise you that. It's going to be interesting. So, with that being said, thank you again to everyone that came out tonight. We cannot thank you enough. We really appreciate all the support. All you guys coming back each and every single week. I know these drivers appreciate it. Everyone from Red River Valley iRacing League really appreciates it. Thank you all very much. And we look forward to keeping on rocking with these dirt series. Again, tomorrow night, the Twisted 360s. Gonna hit the track right here at Lernerville Speedway. Make sure you guys tune in. We'll see you then. Again, keep it wild for Bacon Deuces and for old C. Ricky Bobby. Where's the chicken wings? We'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Yeah.